The prop as my water, so we're gonna see how that works.
All right.
All right, hello, gorgeous party people.
I'm excited.
Me and Mom are here. Mom hasn't done a live with me in a hot minute. I haven't done a live in a hot minute.
I know, I'm sort of feeling a little neglected here, you know?
I know. We've just been busy getting all these amazing success stories coming through.
One of your girls came to me, and she's had more money success.
Yeah, I remember that.
I know, I'm excited. I'm so happy for her.
Well, you know, I prepped her for you.
I know, and then I had to come back in, for the save.
I love how
tag me in, coach.
Yeah, I love how we're all just like always constantly roasting each other of who can get the better success story, because it's a real thing. My family is very competitive. My family is very competitive.
I was telling one of my girls, or
like
a lot of them, like, listen, I'm so tired of hearing Dad like, oh my girl.
Yeah. It's really hilarious because it's like, as an example, the girl she is talking about right now, it's funny because she worked with me for a period of time. We got her business to like 40K months in her business. She actually is a hairstylist, and she's like, I want to do more. So then she went to my parents for a second round, and my mom goes, well, I can see she needs the big guns now. It's like, yeah, I just sat here with a thumb up my butt. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't do anything.
Exactly. It's good you admitted that.
It's hilarious. It's hilarious the way that we, compete with each other, really.
And the funny thing is, she's like, and this is like, I'm just going to pop in for 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Like, we have to be totally good with it, and we have to be totally good without it.
Yeah.
And she's like, I don't even care because I just know it comes. I'm like, I love it.
Yeah.
Like my one guy, he's manifesting love. I'm not going to say who.
I'm not going to say who.
You know who I'm talking about.
I know.
He's like,
I know.
Oh my God, I love him so much.
He's great.
I hope he's listening. I don't know, but I'm sure maybe not.
I'm sure he may come later on. Who knows?
But he's like, is this a bad thing that I don't want her anymore? And I get so excited. I'm like, this is actually a good thing.
I really get excited when people tell me that.
I get so excited. I'm like, yes, they got the assignment.
You know what's interesting? We can maybe start there of the whole concept of being good with or without. Hi, Christy Allen. Hi, Monica. Hi, John. Hi, everybody jumping on. Say hello. We're going to be dropping a few little nuggets of wisdom. Please do share this out to your friends. Like it up. We're going to be dropping some bombs today, clarifying some misunderstandings of different manifestation teachings, and we're going to have a good time.
Love it.
So the first thing that Mom kind of brought up, kind of really got me thinking.
I love it.
Is the whole concept of being good with or without. How many people have heard of this concept? How many people have heard of this concept? Drop a sunflower emoji if you've heard of this concept. Why is your hand already up?
I've heard of this concept.
You heard of this concept?
I use it. I used to use it in my business.
Yeah.
And then I come out here crying because I'm like, why is nobody buying my policies?
Yeah.
And then you recorded me without my permission. I remember that.
I remember that.
And they're like, do you know you're recorded? I'm like, you didn't even tell me.
I don't.
That's like invasion.
Yeah, it's fine. It's funny because Mom does life insurance policies, and her hand's already up. I'll just shut up.
It's not life insurance.
Okay, what is it? Sorry.
It is called permanent life insurance.
Okay, so I missed a word.
It's a big difference.
Permanent life insurance.
It's a big difference.
And I remember the days and the times where she was using manifestation as it pertained to her business for the permanent life insurance. And she would literally come out of the room crying because some people were being so mean to her on the phone. They were being so rude. They were being so combative. They were yelling at her. They were abusing her.
Literally abusing.
And I was like, Mom, you know about manifestation. If you say that every person that is on my call is a close, they're going to be a close. And she's like, but that's just not how it works. This is the system, and they connect you with these random people, and you never know what you're going to get. I'm like, excuses. Thank you. Excuses.
You were really mean.
I gave you tough love, and you literally were closing like 6 a day.
I was doing Jordans.
You were doing Jordans. So I don't want to hear shit.
And you know what? What do you say? The manager or the CEO is like, what is Kim doing? I was actually beating people who were like in the business longer than me.
Yeah.
And I was like number one.
So,
be jealous.
So here's the thing, I was giving tough love, but this page is about tough love, right? It's about making sure that you're not sitting here stuck and married to these bad narratives. You can't have bad narratives and defend your limitations and get your desire also. I don't make the rules. I just enforce it.
It doesn't work that way.
I just enforce it.
Are you like the police or something?
Exactly. Hi, Chloe. Yeah, we just started, so no worries. So going back to this whole concept of being good with or without. I'm sure a lot of people have heard of it, but I don't think anyone's ever heard of it like correctly, in the sense that there's a specific thing that us as coaches mean when we say being good with or without, and it actually is a bit of a cheat code. So the whole concept of being good with or without, let me be very clear, does not mean that we want you to not want what you want.
No.
It does not mean you need to let it go into the vortex and sacrifice a small goat and pray 3 times and dance naked around a bonfire. It does not mean like any of the traditional things that a lot of people have made it mean. Being good with or without means that there is no codependency between me and my outcome. Let me explain. A lot of people are so desire focused. They're like, how do I get the desire? How do I get the desire? How do I get the desire? How do I get the desire?
Where is it?
Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I did some affirmations. I'm abundant. I'm a millionaire. Where's the money? I'm abundant. I'm a millionaire. Where's the money? I'm abundant. I'm a millionaire. Where's the money? And
Why
it's
do we
like
keep looking for the money?
And it's like, this is the thing, right? They're more concerned about the desire and getting it at any cost. And you don't always want that, right? Because it can also manifest negatively, versus becoming the person who normally and naturally has it. And that's just their new normal. It's their new normal, it's their new natural, it's their new automatic. This just happens for them no matter what. They're not actually focused on the self-evolution to get it. They're just focused on how do I get it, how do I get it, how do I get it? It's almost like this, I call it like, what do I call it? A white knuckle grip. It's like, how do I get it? And it's like choking the energy off because they're just so fixated on the desire. That's called codependency. Now, let me back up 1 second.
That's bad.
It's not the best energy to manifest
It's not
in.
healthy.
Because not only do you not end up feeling good, but I tell people all the time, what do we tell them? We say it's actually a punishment to get the desire and still be insecure, still feel not good enough.
It's about you.
Still be not satisfied with their life. Like, that's not actually anything to be excited about.
I tell people all the time, no matter how you look at it or slice it, all roads lead back to you.
All roads lead back to you.
You know, it's a yellow brick road.
You've got to really want it for you. You've got to really want it for you first. And realize that as you become the person who has it, it automatically comes. It automatically comes. The desire happens as that automatic byproduct, right?
And some people are like, how can I be the person now? And like,
Yeah.
you have to practice. What does it feel like to be abundant?
What does it feel
What
like?
does it feel like to be in a really healthy relationship?
Yep.
You know, you really have to be it now and be a little delusional.
Right.
Just for a short amount of time.
Yeah. And so the whole concept of being good with or without means that, first of all, we want our desire in order to feel something. We want our desire to almost like fill an insecurity or void that we have within us. So if somebody's manifesting a committed, healthy relationship with another individual, well, guess what? Why is it that they exactly want that situation? Why do they want it? Maybe it's to feel lovable. Maybe it's because I want to be able to be chosen. I want to be able to feel good enough. I want to be able to feel like the type of love that, I give, it's out there and I'm able to receive it back. We want things to allow us to feel something else that we're not giving to ourselves. I want a successful 6-figure position because then I'm successful. I'm not successful now with my measly little $50,000 annual salary or $40,000 annual salary, whatever it is, right? It's like, if I get that, then I'm successful. If I get that lover, then I'm important. If they prioritize me, then I'm special. Everything is dependent on the outcome, Do you see what I mean? So this whole concept of being good with or without does not mean to not want it. And it does not mean you have to give it up. And it does not mean you don't have to care about it. It just means that you have to break this codependency of, okay, what is it that I'm really seeking from this desire? What do I want to feel? What insecurity am I having that I think having this situation will fill? And how can I give it to myself now? How can I actually realize that right here, right now, this person, this place, this situation, this job, this abundance, this business does not actually dictate that for me, right? It doesn't dictate it. It's not as if I only get, 6-figure position, then I'm successful. So you meaning to tell me everybody who has a position that's below 6 figures is just a piece of crap? No, right? We know that. That's common sense. And we would never say that to others, but we say it to ourselves very freely. We say it very freely because we're putting our sense of identity into the object, into the affection of our desire, into what we really want. And that's not healthy, right? You have the ability to claim that you're successful now at your current position. You have the ability to claim that you're worthy now, regardless of your sales and your business. You have the ability to decide that you're about to get a massive amount of movement this week, right here, right now, and you don't have to wait for permission. A lot of people, it's funny, I call it like permission slips. Remember back in elementary school, we had to get the permission slip signed?
Yeah.
A lot of people are trying to get permission slips because if I have this, then I can believe this about myself. Well, we can believe that now. We could choose that now. We could start to saturate ourselves with how that feels, even just for 10 seconds, and contemplate a new reality, right? Because quantum physics, every possible reality exists.
That it does.
And so many people have already experienced 1,700 different quantum realities. I mean, think about it. Think about it through the natural course of your life, whether it's through people, whether it's through places, whether it's through situations. Maybe there were times in your life where your family did really well, your family struggled, and then your family was like really in a hole, or maybe they did really, really well. Like you've already experienced so many different things. You've probably even experienced your friends or your family on a good day, on a bad day, on an ugly day, on like a super high day. Like you've already been quantum jumping your whole life. The only thing that quantum jumping really means is it means experiencing different polarities and to realize that anything and everything is happening right here, right now. We just have to select the reality that we want. Now, let's talk a little bit about what you wanted to talk about, which is this whole concept of we need to be believing what we want is actually possible.
Yep, we have to create those feelings now. Like, do I feel like happy? Do I feel good enough? Do I feel worthy enough? What does it feel like to have it now? What are these feelings and emotions you can create within you? Because the more you start out the old story of like, I'm not good enough, but like, I really am good enough, or I really do deserve to be abundant and have it all day, every day. A lot of people are like, well, what does that look like? And I'm like, well, like close your eyes and imagine, what does it feel like to be in a loving relationship? What does it feel like to put yourself first? Because the more you do it for you and you're reflecting that, the opposite, you're going to see it in the opposite 3D.
You're going to definitely see it. And if it feels like too far out there, right? If it sometimes feels too far out there, I want you to go back to this one, saying, which is, the only thing that exists is the present moment. Mm-hmm. Like right here, right now. And in every micro millisecond, we can choose to be a brand new person. Like, remember, just because things went a certain way in the past does not mean that's how it will always go.
No.
But too many people use the past or how it has maybe never happened to justify why it can't. But you're brand new in every moment. You're brand new. I want to give you a personal story of my weight loss. For those of you who don't know, I was previously 100 pounds heavier. I lost it organically over the course of 2 years doing hot yoga, Bikram yoga.
Just 1 year.
Was it like a year and a half?
What's that?
I think it was like a year and a half.
Okay.
A year and a half, maybe a little bit over.
Okay.
Something like that. It happened like a long time ago. Anyway, I lost all this weight, right? And I didn't know about manifestation at that time, like decade plus ago. But what I can say is, your life changes when you have your I'm done moment. And my I'm done moment was when I stepped on the scale and the first number said 2. That was my I'm done moment.
Yep.
And to say that I should have never let it get that far, to say that, this or that, or any of the stories that I projected onto myself, it's like you're never going to be ready until you're ready. And if I would have forced myself to become ready, I would have probably just spiraled out of it, became worse, to then it's I don't know how to describe it, but there's just something that clicks in your brain. There's a day that you wake up and you're like, I'm done feeling this way. I'm done feeling like shit, like as it pertains to myself. Yeah. I'm done in this awful situation. I'm done giving my power away to other people. I'm done with this crappy situation. I'm done. Like it's a switch in your head that switches, and it kind of gets like broken in that position. It's like you become like David Goggins. Like it's like Eye of the Tiger. It's like I will bulldoze through anybody that comes in my way. Love it. That type of energy. And so I talk about the power of the present moment because the night before, I was still in an identity that made me a victim to my reality, right? I was still in that identity and feeling like a slave to this, or however you want to put it. I felt awful, obviously. And then I stepped on that scale, and boom, in that millisecond, I was like, I'm making a commitment to myself that I will never feel this way ever again. It's done. It's over. And from that moment onwards, I lived, I acted, I took action from this new 2.0 identity when I didn't even realize it. And all of the weight dropped off. All of that weight dropped off. And so I talk about the power of the present moment because I could have very easily in that situation just let my past define me. Let myself continue to get more unhealthy, continue to utilize food as a comfort resource because I wasn't able to process my emotions and the difficult things that were happening in my life. But I made a decision. I made a commitment to myself. I valued myself. I chose to value myself above the discomfort, and all the other things that were going on. Because you can either be unhappy and miserable where you're at, or you can choose to be temporarily uncomfortable and maybe, a little bit at dis-ease, like you're not comfortable, making the changes that you want, but at least it's taking you forward, right? So it's like we can either stay here and stay stuck and not be happy, or we can be uncomfortable for a temporary period of time to set ourselves up for ease for the rest of our lives. So if the past keeps creeping into the present, you're going back to the past and picking up that luggage and bringing it forward. And I say that not in a bad way because that's so normal and that's so human and that's something we all do. Yeah. I'm someone that falls into that trap as well, right? So, but it's about catching yourself. It's about reminding yourself, what am I doing this for? It's about reminding yourself, do I want to be in the same situation 3 months from now? Like when I started to relive my life and it looked the same as the past 3 months, I was very depressed. I was very, very depressed until I just made that decision. The only thing you have is that present moment. You don't have anything else other than the present moment, and you can decide to be totally brand new in this present moment. Now, we do have a question, and the question says, the challenge is holding the feeling when your reality is different. Do you want to speak to that at all?
Say that again. Say that again.
The challenge is holding the feeling when your reality is different.
Yeah, it's like reacting to 3D,
Yeah. So what is your advice to someone that struggles with holding the feeling when reality hasn't caught up yet?
I mean, we really have to dig into why are we still in that stuff? Why are we still in that moment? Why are we still focusing on that? Again, like you said, you have to be uncomfortable. You have to keep coming back to the new story again and again and again. We know the 3D is going to trip us up. That's a 3D's job. But we're like, okay, why is it coming up? And what haven't I shifted yet? Or what don't I still believe to be true? Again, we have a choice every day. We can look at something this way and send the old story, or we can be like, no, I'm standing in my power. I'm still choosing this no matter what that 3D shows me. Nope, if I say I'm going to be abundant, I have to create these feelings of abundance. If I say I know I'm good enough, I have to do it within me, because the more it is a practice, the old story is going to hang around as long as we allow it to. The past is going to creep in. It's like you said, when is enough,
And here's another thing that I want to remind you. I think that a lot of people think that it's not normal how do I say it? Like, it's not normal to be bounced out of the feeling. Let me tell you something as a coach. Let me keep it 100 for you. Okay. Let me keep it a buck with you. I'll be so honest. Hi, Caesar. Hi, Tim. I can't sustain that feeling probably for more than 15 minutes at a time. And maybe it's also because of my job and what I do for a living. It requires me to be very mentally present for other people. So I practice things in 15-minute increments. Do you think me as a coach, despite having countless years of experience and investing the amount of money that I've invested in myself to be the best version of myself and to take myself to that next level, do you think I'm walking around in my life sustaining that feeling from the sunrise to sunset? Hell no.
But we still have to try.
But we still have to come back to it.
Maybe, like you said, 15 minutes a day.
Let me be even more vulnerable and just authentic and owning like how my story was. When I started this work, right hand is up, swear to God, I remember this day so vividly. I don't know if you ever heard this story where we were in the game room in our old house. And I remember putting on a timer and just trying to think positively for 1 minute.
Yeah.
60 seconds.
You couldn't do it.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I literally could not do it. There was no part of me that was capable of thinking positively for 60 freaking seconds.
One of my girls is at your live.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Hi, Crystal. Hi, Crystal. If you have a question, let me know, girl. But I couldn't even do it for that period of time, even as a coach.
Because it's uncomfortable.
And it is uncomfortable. You have resistance to your new identity, 100%. Hi, Kay.
And it's gonna happen.
And it's like, see, do you see how your question, you think there's something wrong? Oh, I can't feel good throughout the day. I don't know who can do that all day. If you can, more kudos to you, but I'm not somebody who just, even if I have a day off, let's say I have a day off and I just sit on the couch, I cannot sustain that feeling that long. And think about why, right? Why does the human psyche resist feeling good?
Because it's uncomfortable.
Because it's uncomfortable.
It loves the old story.
It loves that old story. Remember, this is just for a little period of time. Because remember, your external is a reflection of your internal.
And we have to practice it. We still have to practice it. If it's 5 minutes a day, okay, fine. 10 minutes a day, fine. But that old story is going to be like, hey, knock, knock, what's up?
Yep.
I'm here to remind you why you can't have it.
Yep.
But we have to still be in that moment for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. It's a practice. Eventually that old story will go away, but we can't look at the 3D and be well, I'm sitting here for 15 minutes. Where's my result?
And let me tell you something that's also going to feel like a little bit of a call out, but it's like, I hope you use it to better your life, right? Because that's what we're here for. Kay is also one of Mom's clients. So she is giving you all the tea because she's killing it right now in personal coaching. Is that, a coach told me once, and this slapped me across the face. It was great. She goes, she's the cutest thing. She goes, let me remind myself of how she exactly said it, because she said it so perfectly. She was like, how can your 3D, hang on a second.
Is that?
No, it's not who you think it is.
Okay.
It's a different person.
Okay. Because I know what she would say to you.
Oh, she beat my ass.
I know she would.
Yeah.
I know. That's what you pay her for.
I literally pay my coaches to just bitch slap me across the face. That's the type of love I need. So my page might be aggressive for you if that's not your type of love. You know what I mean? Or however you want to put it. Like, I don't want to sit and be coddled. I want you to be like, come on, let's do this. Let's do this. Come on, coach. Put me in.
Tag me in.
Tag me in.
I got this.
Oh gosh, how did she say it? She said it in such a beautiful manner. Okay, why don't you give some insights to the people? Drop them one thing, one elaboration of something that maybe they can do to help them while I sit here and think of what the hell she said, because it was good.
You can do visualization. Mm-hmm. Let's sit and let's put a timer for 15 minutes and close your eyes. Mm-hmm. And what does it feel like to be in that present state now of, I got this.
Right.
I'm feeling so loved and worthy and chosen. I'm pouring in tons of self-love and just sit there in it.
Yeah.
And just sit there and marinate in it.
Literally marinate in it. I be sitting out here for my 15-minute daily meditation in the morning.
Oh, you be on your phone. I see you.
Grinning like a goofball. Because it's like I'm saturated in that emotional state.
That moment.
I'm saturated in it. And the only time your 3D really comes out to play, it's like you got to press the delete button on that. I'm new in this moment. What am I deciding in this moment? How do I decide life goes in this moment?
You know, a good way is like pretending you're born.
Yeah, I've talked about that method on my YouTube. It's like if you were reborn right here, right now, this is not a religious thing, but like if you were just like, if you got to take all your lessons with you, right? And you were to be rebirthed right here, right now, actually as an adult, how would you, as a blank slate, blank computer hard drive, how would you choose your thoughts knowing how they would impact you later on in life? How would you choose your emotions? How would you appreciate the abundance around you, knowing how it has either a positive aspect or a detrimental aspect? Because you'd be so much more careful with selecting your thoughts. I watched the movie Eat, Pray, Love with Visby for the first time a long time ago. Not that long, maybe a couple months ago. And there's a really great scene in the movie where he goes, you have to learn to select your thoughts the way you select your clothes in the morning.
Okay, that's a good one.
And I really loved that.
Love it.
I really loved that. I think the saying that I'm trying to search for, I'm going to stumble with it, is how can your reality change when your reality is looking to you to reorganize itself? So think about the depth of that statement for a brief moment. Think about the depth of it, okay? So it's like reality is taking cues from your energetic signature, from your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, right? How you're behaving. Are you behaving as the 2.0 version? The boss bitch, the badass man that's got his shit or her shit together? Or are you operating in like the cowering, fearful, the 3D is like this big demon type of situation? Because listen, the 3D is there to help you, but so many people are actually bullied and intimidated by it, not because that's what the 3D is doing, but because that's how you're interpreting its feedback.
But you have to like navigate the 3D.
You have to navigate the 3D. Your 3D is just showing you what you believe. That's a harsh truth for some people. Think about something your 3D is showing you right here, right now. Let's pretend you have a crush on someone and you found out they're taken or they're not interested in you. That 3D is just reflecting an inner belief you have. So do you have a belief system based on that interaction that says, I'm never chosen? I'm never good enough. You're just seeing what you're believing, what you're feeling, what you're identifying with. This 3D is not a demon. You know, it's not some dragon that needs to be slayed. It's actually there to give you positive feedback. The feedback may not seem positive, but the 3D communicates with you by bringing you circumstances or people, right? It brings you information for you to kind of like decode.
Why is this showing up this way?
Right. So it's like, remember that your 3D, so many people utilize their external reality to disempower themselves, versus that your external reality is actually the answer key to your manifestations.
It's like a lesson.
It really is a lesson, right? Whatever you're seeing that's unpleasant, ask yourself, am I just seeing something that I actually have an insecurity about? Something that I actually have a worry about? Something that I actually believe? Right? For the people that are manifesting abundance, that are like, they're not able to hit their goals, am I just actually experiencing something that I believe, which is, I don't believe I'm going to get that 6-figure position.
And then we wonder why we're not getting the 6-figure. I know someone who I'm going to start working with, and she's doing really well. And we're going to work on money. And she's going to blow it up and get like this 100,000 plus a year. We're going to apply for new positions. We're really, and she's on the line.
Oh, she is?
I'm not going to say who it is, but we're doing money this time. And she's like, no doubt she wants her person. And I tell this to everybody I work with. And I'm like, please choose money. Please choose money. Please choose money. Please choose money.
We're praying. We're saying our affirmations. Please choose money. Please choose money. Please choose
and
money.
Like, I want to go for love.
We need money over love. Money over love.
And I'm like, I really want to let's just do money. But I want love.
Let's do it, baby.
But I'm like, don't we think nope, I want love. And I have no problem with that. But I want those priorities where when you work on self-concept, until we get to our person or our desire, you're going to start seeing reflections.
Think of it this way. Once you start to really manifest money hand over fist, your standards for love go through the roof. So I tell people you're shooting yourself in the foot because once you start to get money.
Oh my God, your person's going to follow.
No. Not only that. Screw the person. I'm talking about once you start to get money, you start to actually up your standards across the board, and it helps you to believe in your value, your time, your energy, your love, how much you're worth, and that's magnetic. And you're going to totally up level your love life because once you start manifesting money hand over fist, it'll never be the same.
And I tell this to people.
It'll never be the same.
And I tell this to people, I'm like, listen, I got no problem you getting your love back. But, imagine when you up level, you might not want them anymore. And there's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with it.
There
is nothing wrong with it. So yeah, reality is looking to you. Reality is looking at the energetic vibration that you're offering, right?
And we have to use it as a navigation.
Yep.
What is it still coming up? Like you said, my insecurities.
Yeah. Because think of it this way. Let's use a comical little example. Let's pretend that the universe is like looking at Kay, right? Or looking at Morgan in our chat. And they're like, okay, what vibration is she offering today? What frequency is she offering today? And let's say for whatever reason, Morgan is just not feeling herself that day. She's getting caught up in the external reality, and reality is actually looking to her so that reality can reorganize itself. But if Morgan is offering a wavering vibration, if she is hot and cold 1 minute with money, well, then what's going to end up being the information that the universe or the external reality picks up on? In and out, inconsistency, here one moment, gone the next, right? Because that's the energy that Morgan's offering. Now let's pretend that Morgan cleans up her energy, right? And she is solid concrete, like
Morgan.
A rock,
Morgan,
like a lamppost.
You got this, girl.
Unbroken.
You got this.
I know
you do.
It's unbroken, right?
She
is
unwaveable.
Unshakable.
I'm sorry.
Unshakable.
You know what I meant to say.
Unwavering. Unwavering, unshakable, that type of situation. The universe is going to come in and observe her vibration, her energy, her frequency, and be like, oh, this one's offering something different. But yesterday, she was offering something wavering. So I'm not going to give it to her just yet because I don't know which one's correct.
That's a good explanation.
I don't know which one's correct. So I'm going to come back tomorrow. And I'm going to see what she offers. Morgan comes back tomorrow and she's like
a pillar.
Nobody's messing with me, bro.
You are not going to ruin this.
And this is what we mean by persistence until you see it physically.
Yep.
Everybody's concerned about the external. Your external comes from your internal. So the external reality comes back and it's like, ooh.
Oh, she's on fire.
This bitch over here.
Oh, we're gonna give her some money. It's gonna rain up in here.
She's like, ooh, okay, this is new.
Oh my God.
But the external reality is still like, but this isn't how she's been thinking or feeling or believing her whole life.
That's a good explanation, girl.
This isn't how this is. I actually am not sure. So I'm actually, you know what I'm gonna do?
I'm gonna come back tomorrow again.
I'm gonna come back tomorrow again, but I'm gonna test her today. And I'm gonna send her an extra bill or something and just see what she does.
Versus, why are you doing this?
Just see what she does. Can she remain firm in the face of the obstacles? Because that's really what's gonna let me know how to organize this reality, and I don't want to mess it up.
Versus, you're on fire right now.
I know.
You're on fire.
I'm brilliant.
You're on fire.
In case you didn't know.
You're on fire.
And so then reality goes away and it delivers her this. And it's just up here like, I wonder what's going to happen. And Morgan takes it. And even if she's discouraged for, let's say, 5 minutes, She brings herself right back to that pillar. She's like,
killing it.
I'm not playing today. I'm not falling for your shit.
There you go.
I'm not following it. And I'm looking as the external reality, as the universe, and I was like, damn.
You tried and you failed,
damn.
Princess. You failed.
This bitch be different.
You failed.
What is happening here? Okay, you know what? She's never had these beliefs and embodiment her whole life. She hasn't had it her whole life. But she's not cowering to this shit.
Oh my God, she is killing it.
She's just here. And so I'm like, okay, I go back the next day and I give her some abundance. I give her some opportunities, maybe a new job offer, something like that.
Are you creeping up on her?
And then she is just utilizing now the positive crumbs that I'm giving her right now, because I drip it to her in small amounts to see her reaction. And here's another thing you need to hear. How many times does the external maybe give you some evidence and you immediately criticize that shit?
Well, it's not enough.
You immediately talk down to the universe.
This is like, oh my God.
And you talk down to the external reality and you say it's not enough.
Mm-hmm. You're not appreciative.
And so you're not appreciative. There's no gratitude. There's no satisfaction.
This is like, I'm like, no.
Seeing any small bit as validation and as approval and as I'm doing it right versus this is not enough, this isn't correct, the universe isn't getting my signs. Oh man, if Morgan was to go on that negative side of being like, this isn't enough, this isn't what I asked for, I'm not doing it right, I'm doubting myself, I immediately take it away from her.
Absolutely.
Because I'm looking at her to see how is she gonna react to this little win. And if she's on the side that is the opposite, which is, of course, this offer happened. Of course, this means it's working. This means that more is going to show up afterwards. I'm a kid in the candy store because I want to bless Morgan with more abundance. But I can't do it without her co-creation. The universe wants great things for you. The problem is you haven't gotten out of the way. Your own mind is shooting you in the foot because the universe keeps coming back. The external reality comes back and it's evaluating you. And you're like, oh, but. And the universe goes, yep, no, she's not that person yet.
I'm taking it away from her.
He's not that person yet, and takes it back. And you're confused. But you shouldn't be confused because that's what you're offering.
Following suit.
That's what you're offering. The universe wants to bless you with abundance, but you have to offer the vibration of abundance. Abundance can only attract abundance. Lack can only attract lack. The universe, your external reality, can only give to you what you're offering.
What story are we sitting in and why? Why are we still sitting there?
You can want abundance. The universe doesn't care about what you want. We all want mega yachts and to retire on some island in Barbados.
Listen, I don't know about you, but I'm getting it.
That doesn't mean that that's what everyone's receiving. Manifestation is not about what you want. It's about the energy, the vibration you are offering.
Yep. What are
we all want things, doesn't mean we're getting it. Let me be very clear. Wanting things is a wonderful way to set an intention, but then you have to match that vibration. You cannot want abundance, but be offering lack, right? You can't want abundance and offer lack. Which one is the universe going to match? It's going to match the lack.
It's going to follow suit.
You can want it until the cows come home. The universe doesn't respond to wants. It cannot even see your wants. It can only feel the vibration, the energy you're offering. So when Morgan is concrete with her shit, I come back in and I see it and I'm like, whoo, well, it looks like all that past programming is gone. This is just who she is now. And so I'm about to bring her a big blessing. And I bring her that big blessing. And whether she wobbles or not, once again, this co-creation with your external reality should be your best friend. Too many people use their external reality to actually demonize the external reality. And I think that's so wrong because it's literally there to help you. It's a tool. People don't know how to read it. They don't know how to understand it. If you want us to help you with that, we could do that. But I think we've already been on here for a hot minute.
You have been. You actually over your timer.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm going to have to go now, guys, but I want to drop you a few fun announcements.
Nuggets.
Yeah, I want to drop you a few announcements before I leave. We have an in-person workshop, very Abraham Hicks style, in Orlando, Florida. We've booked our venue. We have a mimosa bar. We have photo booths. We have a beautiful stage. We're going to have a wonderful experience there. And you should come out. You should come out to the Orlando event. If you cannot come out to the Orlando event, the tickets are in the link in my bio. You can buy a digital ticket to stream from wherever you are in the world. We do have people flying out, though, from California and other places. And I would really love it to see you in person. I'm trying to take the digital world to the in-person world. I feel like it would be so amazing to actually mingle with people that share similar mindsets. You know, I want to make in-person personal manifestation workshops a thing, because there's nothing like being in that energy and being around that buzz of other individuals.
I know a couple of my girls, she's like, I'm going to manifest this because me and my girls got to come see Persis.
Yeah, come see me, come see the fam. I'm going to be doing a whole workshop on manifesting across all areas of your life, like literally just getting your dream life. So whether you're love, money, business, health, success, anything at all, come out and say hi to me and the fam. Come and sit for this lecture. We're going to be having the hot seat coaching as well, very Abraham Hicks style, like I said, but with like some fun add-ons. You know, we have a little mimosa situation going down. We have photo booths.
We're going to have a good time.
We're going to have a good time.
We'd love to see you.
And we'd love to see you. If you're coming from out of state or flying, the only thing I'll say is send me a DM, because we also have your link for your room reservations. We've partnered with Wingate by Wyndham, and they're offering literally $100 room, which is like half off their normal price. So they're very, very affordable. The event for like 3 to 4 hours is also only $100 general admission, or $150 VIP if you want that mimosa bar, photo ops, and all the added perks. But I gotta say, $100 to have a 3+ hour in-person workshop, hot seat coaching, mimosas, and 17 other different things. You're never gonna get value like this, and it's because we wanna have a sold out crowd. We wanna have a sold out audience. We want everyone to come in, because I really want this to be a new thing. I think that too much of us are just stuck to our phone. We're stuck in the digital world, and it's like, we need to have that community. We need to have the ability to sit and mingle with like-minded people. How many of you have literally felt alone on this manifestation journey, this manifestation process? You know, let's mingle, let's talk manifestation, let's talk mindset, let's talk how to get to that next level of success that you're really desiring. And there's also digital tickets if you can't. You know what I mean?
If you can come see us.
Please, we do want to meet you guys in person. I literally bumped into one of my followers at Hot Yoga a little while back. It was really fun meeting you guys out in the wild sometimes, is what I call it. And if you've liked this live and you think that we're kind of cool or maybe a little bit funny, you can always get one-on-one coaching or any of the links to work with us personally, one-on-one in the link in our bio. We're really good with helping you fast track your manifestation. See your blocks, because we need to understand why you don't have what you want now, in order to understand what we need to change and what part of maybe what you're doing isn't correct, or it's not in alignment with the ultimate end desire that you want, and to help you and to really support you on that path.
We're here for your success, you know?
We want you to win. We want you to be successful in all of your endeavors, and we're going to act as your answer key, as your GPS, as your support system, as you implement that work, because it can be, you know, triggering. The 3D can be 3Ding sometimes.
It could be.
And if you like us and you want to be working with us one-on-one, the link is in my bio for any and all things. I hope to see you guys very, very soon, maybe next month, who knows. I will say that in the month of October, there's a lot of really cool things happening in my world. I'm going to go to the Dr. Joe Advanced Meditation Retreat. My birthday is there. The in-person event is there. Families flying in from out of country. So we we will be taking on a lot less personal clients to be fully present with all the magic and amazing blessings that have been happening in our lives. So if you want to secure your spot and you don't want to be on a wait list and you don't want to be waiting, I would definitely recommend looking at the offerings. Get it and select your date and time. You could literally get on a coaching package with Kim tomorrow. You could literally do that. Because once we start to block off dates and times, we're not going to be able to do much about that. And so get in on a payment plan and let's get started. We only have literally 90 days left in the year, guys. What the hell happened?
What is going on?
90 days left.
Do we still have goals we want to accomplish?
I'm sure we do. I mean, I do.
I do too. I got to get on my shit.
I got to get on my shit too.
I know.
90 days left in this year.
Crazy. It just freaking started.
I don't know. This year was really confusing time-wise. I just feel like it was February and now it's literally about to be October. That is Gwen Stefani bananas. I can't really cope with that. I love you guys so much. I hope this was really helpful, valuable, and impactful for you and your situation. And I hope to see you guys very, very soon. Go like all the videos, comment on it, and we will chat soon, guys.